So right now I'm working on my guitar here. I'm actually just changing the strings. This is a Martin DCX1RE. Bought this about 10 years ago. It's a great guitar. But the problem that I'm having with it is that the pickup works great and the strings all sound really good except for the high E. So, and actually the B is seems to be slightly compromised, but this high E here does not pick up on this pickup. I had the pickup out before. I'll show you what it looks like. We're gonna see if we can fix that today. And anyways, I'm gonna get the strings off and we'll just take it from there. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, here we have the strings off the guitar. We'll take the saddle out. And looking underneath the saddle, it's clean. There's no uneven surfaces. That's one way that this can happen, definitely, is by having an uneven surface and not having even tension across this. But I've done a lot of these guitars. And I used to be a guitar tech for a local guitar store, and I've seen this problem happen a lot. And you know, your intuition says, okay, that maybe there's not even pressure. But in my experience, you know, in trying to make things flat and so on and so forth, I don't find that it makes a difference. I think that in some cases there are issues with these pickups. So we look at this carefully. Kind of like, I think this is probably a capacitive type of a pickup. It seems like there's a little break in the wire there. It's a little weirdness there. Maybe a little weirdness at the top here too. Let me have a closer look at this. I'm going to turn off the camera and this is the problem area up here. So if for some reason it'll look different up here. So let me check this out. I'm going to turn the camera off. How are you doing, Zoey? Doing okay? We had visitors yesterday, and we had a visitor named Jasmine. Jasmine knows Zoey from when she's a puppy. Jasmine slept over, and Zoey slept with Jasmine. And when Jasmine got up this morning to leave, Zoey was very upset. And just goes to show you how smart dogs are, because I don't think Zoey's seen Jasmine for about, well, I don't know, since she was a puppy. So Zoey's a good dog, eh? So she's a bit depressed today because Jasmine took off. But anyways, I'm sure Jasmine will be back up, especially if we tell Jasmine that Zoey misses her so much. Anyways, back to the guitar. Yeah. So what I have, where did I put that? One second. Okay, so here's a pickup. I'll try a little experiment here that I got out of my other Martin guitar, which I dropped on a gig and it smashed. So this is out of a DC16 GT. Very expensive guitar, but I've been playing it on gigs for about, I don't know, almost 15 years, and she was on her way out anyways. But So this pickup here, I'll put it on the ground, see if I can get a better look at it. Quite a bit thinner, and I think this is a crystal style, or maybe a capacitive pickup as well. There's some markings on it there. Quite a bit thinner than the one that's coming out of there, but I mean, so it's going to change the saddle height. Hopefully that doesn't affect the action too much, because I like the action the way it is. This one you can see is much thicker. But yeah, there's a slightly different color at the end there. You see. And I'm wondering if that has something part of the problem. Maybe, I don't know if you can cut this to different lengths or what. But anyways, we're just going to change the pickup. See if that, I'm going to say exchange this. And I'll show you how to do that. We're just going to change one pickup for the other. See if that fixes the problem. We'll see you soon. So we've got the control of the pickup out of the body. Very simple. Be very careful when you're taking this out. Don't really, and when you're putting it back in too, look carefully how this is. When they're making the guitar, they actually put a wooden, goddamn, focus. There we go. What's going on here? Okay, yeah, you can see they put a wooden shim kind of behind the body of the guitar here. It's a wooden shim there, and that's just to help the screw grab on. It's a regular sort of wood screw. So you be careful when you're screwing this in, taking it out. And I think, as you can see, there's a plastic sort of backing behind that the screw can bite into, but you have to be careful. So this is pretty straightforward. We're just going to remove the shielding there. And the pickup just connects right under here, which is it's just most pickups have the same style of connector, which is basically like this. One is the ground, and see if we can get it to focus. Okay, forget about that. This is the pickup that we're going to replace it with. See, the connections on all these pickups are more or less similar. You have a ground and a well, what they call a tip, I guess, or hot. I guess you could say. Let's see what they call it on the. Call it a ground. It's a shield, and I guess it does. It is hooked to the. I guess it's essentially that does get hooked into the ground of your house. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. 2 screws, they just clamp on. And so I'm going to undo these screws and take the pickup out. And just so you're not silly like I am, make sure to feed this through the pickup hole before you connect it to there, or else you're going to have to take it all apart again. This is going to go feed down in here. You're going to fish it through. There's like a little sort of clip inside there that you can feel around, fish it through here, and then connect it to the pickup. That's all back and installed. Pick up underneath the saddle. I use these little jewel screwdrivers to unhook the pickup. So you don't have a set of those, make sure I get a set of those. Here's the old pickup. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm not necessarily certain that this other style pickup is even going to work. It might have a different output or something that doesn't necessarily work with this. They're both Fishman. the brains of them are both fishermen, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's an experiment. So I'm gonna toss some strings on here. We'll see how she goes. Now, fortunately, I used to be in the piano business, and I have this nice mahogany veneer. So I'm making shims with a razor blade, cutting thin strips of mahogany, and I've got 2 strips here. I think that's going to be thick enough. I think so anyways. We'll hope so. I'm hoping that these 2 strips of mahogany plus the pickup will equal the thickness roughly of this. Let's see if I can do this. Well, it's kind of hard to do, but you get the idea. That's pretty close. I'm happy with that. I think once I get the pickup in there, I'd rather it be higher than lower. Just especially for this type of thing. But let's try this out. I'm going to put this underneath the saddle, put the pickup on top of this, and then the saddle back on and string it back up, and we'll see how she sounds. It's pretty loud. Saddle is now lower, so I'm getting some buzzing. Maybe could be, I think it's better. I think it definitely is better. Some of the reason why it's not picking up is because the saddle is lower. It's bottoming out on these frets. See, I think that improved it if I just raised the tune. So let me try and do some adjustments, and we'll come back. See if that fixes the problem. I'm going to try and raise the saddle to get the high E string resonating against the frets a little bit better. I think it's bottoming out. I think that has a part of it too. Because when I play an open chord, you can hear that high E much better. But yeah, let's just stop the video here and we'll see what's up. Alright, so we got this all back installed with the mahogany shims. This pickup is out of a more expensive Martin, so I actually do notice a big difference in tone.